Today I'm going to share with you how I developed my athletic golf swing. Now, I picked up the game a little later than most. I was 18 years old. I had been an athlete, a fairly high-level athlete, playing baseball, and my golf swing kind of just happened. And today I want to share some of the keys that allowed that to happen for me. And these keys, along with the athleticism that I had developed from the sports that I played previously, allowed me to be able to hit the ball long and straight almost immediately, just like this. Hey everybody, Milo here. Before we get started today, I want to announce the launch of the Athlete Swing. This is a project that's been a long time coming. Over the last 4 years, we've had an online academy that's helped thousands of golfers all around the world. But we really felt it was time to upgrade our core system, making it even easier for our students to follow along and find that success that they've been looking for. So if you're a player that struggles with early extension, early release, the golf swing feeling unnatural, this program is for you. And we've broken it down into 5 easy to follow steps that will walk you through the process, and you'll be able to find the inner athlete. And don't forget, when you join Milo Lines Golf, you also receive monthly swing analysis, access to our live webinars, and much, much more. So if you'd like to learn more about the Athlete Swing and to join, use the link in the description, and we look forward to helping you. So let me share a little bit more of my backstory. Growing up, my main sport was baseball, though I did play 5 sports in high school. Baseball was my first love, and I really thought I had a future in baseball, but an elbow injury caused me to have to give up the game that I loved. Now, my dad loved golf. It was his other sport that he really loved. And from the time I was really little, he wanted me to play golf, and I thought it was the dumbest game ever, and really didn't want to play. He even built me a small set of clubs out of some of his older clubs, and they got used one time and never used again. But when I got hurt, I quickly caught the bug. I decided swinging a golf club didn't hurt, and so I started playing. The first thing I was taught was a golf grip that went along with my baseball swing. So my dad was a baseball player, and he had learned to play the game at a scratch level, and he knew from his experience that a slightly stronger grip made the game a lot easier for him. So he went that route with me. He put my left hand on in a slightly stronger fashion like this, where I could see some knuckles. And then he made my right hand more or less match the face. So real quick, let me grab a bat and show you what he showed me about the grip. So we had a bat in my hands, and he had me learn to create impact. And then he put my thumb in the position like a golf grip, and then he matched my right hand so it was straight on the back of the bat, like this, and then brought it back, and that began to be my grip. So if I do the same thing here, I can imagine I'm hitting, bringing my thumb in, match my right palm to the face, and then bring it back, and now we have a grip that looks just about like what my current grip looks like. That was kind of the foundation of my golf swing. And the next thing he told me was, son, now that you have this good grip that matches up, you can actually use your baseball swing to hit shots. So that's exactly what I did. I applied the same feels that I used in my baseball swing to hit golf balls. There was a slight modification, however. When I hit baseballs, I tend to be a little more back. That worked really good with driver, but when you put the ball on the ground, my low point was too far back. So I had to learn what it felt like to get a little more on top of it, to move my low point a little more forward so I could make that ball first contact. So let me show you quickly from face on the adjustments I needed to make and the skills I needed to develop. So as a hitter in baseball, I tended to be a little loaded on my trail side and more staying back. Well, with the ball on the ground, if I stay back like this, my tendency is going to be to have the low point happen behind the golf ball. So an adjustment I had to make is I had to learn to feel like I was on top of that ball. I felt like my chest was right on it, not tilted back behind it. So let's show you what that looks like with a golf club hitting a shot. So we're going to feel on top of that golf ball, not tilted way back behind it. And you could hear I hit the ball and then I hit the ground, and that feeling of getting my chest up on top of it really helped me learn to manage the low point, making ball first contact. I grew up on a farm, and our backyard actually had a little bit of acreage, and my dad kept the roping arena empty. We even put a few flags out there. We had a flag at 100, 150, and 200 yards, and a tree in the way, which gave me the opportunity to learn to work the golf ball. So that was the beginnings of my golf swing. I learned to make the ball curve both ways around the tree. And I think having a stronger grip that gave me a little bit of face control was a real key to being able to do that. So let's have a little bit of fun. We're going to imagine I'm back on the farm where I grew up. And there's a tree out here about 30 yards in front of me. And I've got to curve it around that tree in both directions. So let's grab a couple golf balls. And I'm going to start with a little right to left shot. Now, you'll see that that ball started out to the right and actually went just left of the blue flag, well over it. Now, let's go to my stock shot along the line of this orange or green flag out here and try to bend it left to right around that same imaginary tree. We got that one curving the other way, and bang, it landed right on line. So that was perfect. So we got the draw and the fade. The next thing he had me do is learn how to go up and down. So I'd go under branches and over the tree. So let's do just that. I'm going to hit this first one going under some branches out to that blue flag. Perfect. It didn't quite get back to the target, but it was a nice little low draw. And now I'm going to hit a low fade. So we'll go the other direction. Little low cutter under the branches. And now we're going to imagine that we can just hit it up over the top of the tree. So let's go high draw. Up and over. And then a high cut. Okay. And that's where I basically started learning. I applied what felt like a baseball swing with a strong left-hand grip and learned how to control my path and face. I did it almost unknowingly. It was something I experimented with as a kid, and I figured it out. Now, as you can see, as I went through that process, there was nothing about me making a perfect golf swing. What I was doing is discovering for myself how to utilize my innate athleticism to create different shapes and utilize the same swing that I had developed along the way through baseball, which for me felt really athletic and powerful. So there you have it. Those are the key principles that I discovered, along with a little help from my dad, that helped me to be able to hit the ball just like this. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. And guess what? We've put together a program called the Athlete Swing that can help you to discover how to swing more like an athlete for yourself. And that will be linked at the end of this video and in the description.